If you've been on Twitter or Facebook recently, you've probably seen a new campaign called Kony 2012.
It's gone viral.
1 million hits per hour.
Times.
100 million people have now watched.
Social media at its best.
It's uniting people all across the world.
Is this the new way to move the world to action?
But this movie is not without critics.
Critics say the film manipulates the facts.
Simplifying the story.
Oversimplifying a wildly complex issue.
The message is too late.
Joseph Kony and his forces have been significantly reduced.
Pro-war activism.
Utterly naive to
By
think
next week, this will be a passing fad.
These white Westerners sort of getting on a bandwagon, and actually they haven't got a clue what they're talking about.
Well, I know the Invisible Children, they've been basically, Kony and the rest of his gang bangers, I guess, are like taking children away from their homes in the middle of the night and basically like giving them guns and forcing them to fight the civil war in, what is it, Uganda? Or whatever, in Africa, with maps.
For 26 years, Kony has been kidnapping children into his rebel group, the LRA. Turning the girls into sex slaves. And the boys into child soldiers.
That video that was on Facebook, a lot of my friends were posting it and sharing it, so I saw it there.
I heard that it's a, I've heard the organization Invisible Children doesn't really help the Ugandan citizens as much as they lead on.
By supporting 590 secondary students and 250 university students with the Legacy Scholarship Fund, they are educating the next generation of leaders in northern Uganda. With the Schools for Schools Foundation, they are partnered with 11 secondary schools, which involves building new schools and renovating.
I'd have to say Kony 2012 really is kind of misguided. The charity itself isn't very reputable. The CEO recently got called in quite a scandal. Also, the fact that they don't give a whole lot of their funding to the actual organization they support.
Although only 32% of money raised went to direct services, it was also used to fund awareness programs and products, fundraisers, and management. Some of the programs include the Legacy Scholarship Fund, Schools for Schools, rehab centers, and the Early Warning Radio Network.
Although facts were oversimplified for strategic purposes and ultimately exaggerated, resulting in a work of theater rather than journalism, you should ask yourself,
like the Kony 2012 Foundation, Invisible Children, we've been very active with them and trying to get the word out and spread the word and get my fans involved because they're so, the foundation is so driven by youth and their enthusiasm and their stand in things that are not okay. To get the youth involved with something like that, I'd love to be an outlet, something that can help spread the word, even if it's to the 14 million fans on Twitter. I'd love to do that. And the Kony 2012 Foundation, the Invisible Children campaign, it's such a powerful, strong message, and it's something that I really want to get involved in, not just on the surface, but I want to get my hands really dirty with that project. So I'm planning on going to Uganda later on this year, even if it's for a day or two, just to really spend some time with the victims and really suss out the whole situation.
Holy fuck, they're invisible children?